Hello all, Edisoft welcomes you all to the December edition of our monthly current affairs. Here, we will talk about all the important news of November 2024 and some quick reads along the way. Without further ado, let's begin. 8-year-old Deveet Reddy from Hyderabad has emerged as the champion in the Under-8 World Cadets Chess Championship on 28 November 2024. Held amidst fierce competition, Deveet secured a stellar 9 by 11 points to clinch the gold medal, edging out compatriot Satvik Swain on tiebreak scores. This victory adds to India's growing dominance in junior chess, showcasing the nation's promising future in the global chess arena. Alongside him, Satvik Swain, another Indian talent, finished in second place in the Under-8 Open category. The closing ceremony was a grand affair with over 20,000 euros in gifts, including Chess Base 17 and DGT Pegasus chess sets awarded, alongside trophies and medals. The inaugural World Cadet problem-solving competition added another layer of excitement, with winners receiving trophies and chess books. The championship crowned 6 new World Age Group champions, marking a milestone in the careers of these young chess prodigies. PM Modi inaugurated the Global Cooperative Conference 2024 at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi on 25 November 2024, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi also launched the United Nations International Year of Cooperatives 2025 and released a commemorative postal stamp. On this occasion, Union Home Minister and Minister of Cooperation Shri Amit Shah, the Prime Minister of Bhutan, the Deputy Prime Minister of Fiji, the President of International Cooperative Alliance (ICA), the Secretary of the Ministry of Cooperation, and several other dignitaries were present. On this occasion, Union Home Minister and Minister of Cooperation Shri Amit Shah said in his address that the United Nations decision to observe 2025 as the International Year of Cooperatives is a timely step and will prove to be a blessing for millions of poor people and farmers worldwide. He added that the inauguration of the International Year of Cooperatives 2025 by Prime Minister Modi today and the hosting of the International Cooperative Conference of the ICA in India is a welcome step. With a landslide victory in the 2024 Maharashtra Assembly elections, the BJP-led Mahayuti Alliance is set to retain power in the state on 23 November 2024. The NDA group achieved a thumping majority of 235 seats in the 288-member Assembly, as per the data from the Election Commission of India. In the Mahayuti Alliance, the BJP alone won a staggering 132 seats. Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena bagged 1957 and Ajit Pawar's NCP secured 41. The seat tally also counts in the wins of the parties that backed NDA. Jan Surajya Shakti won 2, Rashtriya Samaj Paksh RSPS bagged 1, Rashtriya Yuva Swabhiman Party RYSP 1 and Rajarshi Shahu Vikas Aghadi RSVA secured 1. The 288-member Maharashtra Assembly went to polls in a single phase on 20th November 2024. The overall voter turnout stood at 66.05%. The electoral battle in the state was a head-on battle between the Mahayuti, comprising the Bharatiya Janata Party, Shiv Sena, and NCP, Ajit Pawar, and Mahavikas Aghadi, MVA, comprising the Congress, Shiv Sena, UBT, and NCP, Sharad Pawar. The Indira Gandhi Prize for Peace, Disarmament, and Development for 2023 was awarded to Daniel Barenboim, a world-famous pianist and conductor, and Ali Abu Awad, a Palestinian peace activist on 19 November 2024. This prestigious award recognizes their remarkable efforts to promote peace and non-violence. The awardees were selected by a distinguished jury headed by former Chief Justice of India, T.S. Thakur. Daniel Barenboim is an Argentine-born distinguished classical pianist and conductor, renowned for performing with and directing some of the leading orchestras in the world. Apart from his musical achievements, he is also known for his relentless endeavor in using music to foster harmony in West Asia. Ali Abu Awad is an eminent Palestinian peace activist who has been working tirelessly with the people of Palestine and Israel for a peaceful resolution of the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. India finished with 24 medals, 9 gold, 9 silver and 6 bronze in FISU World University Championship Shooting 2024 on 13th November 2024. Bhavdek Singh Gill secured the only individual gold medal in men's skeet. The 5-day shooting event concluded at the Dr. Karni Singh Range in New Delhi. Olympian Aishwarya Pratap Singh Tomar and Palak, the reigning Women's 10-meter air pistol Asian Games champions, were the standout home shooters at the meet with 4 medals each. Aishwarya took the individual silver in the men's 50-meter rifle 3 positions shooting event while securing gold for India in the team category alongside Adrian Kankar and Parikshit Singh Brar. Aishwarya, along with S. Ramesh Bhai Holdia and Amamhesh Madineni, also registered the men's 10-meter air rifle team events gold medal for India. He also paired up with Sanjita Das to win gold in the mixed team 10-meter air rifle event. The Indian duo beat the Republic of Korea's Hyobin Kim and Junavan Lee 17-15 in the gold medal match after topping the qualifiers. PM Narendra Modi inaugurated the first Bodoland Mahotsav in New Delhi on 15th November 2024. The 2-day Mahotsav is a mega event on language, literature, and culture to sustain peace and build a vibrant Bodo society. The Mahotsav aimed to integrate the indigenous Bodo people residing not only in Bodoland but also in other parts of Assam, West Bengal, Nepal, and other international border areas of the northeast. The theme for the Mahotsav was Peace and Harmony for Prosperous Bharat, with a focus on the rich culture, language and education of the Bodo community along with other communities from the Bodoland territorial region. It focused to capitalize on the richness of cultural and linguistic heritage, ecological biodiversity and touristic potential of Bodoland. The Mahotsav was also celebrating the remarkable journey of recovery and resilience ever since the signing of the Bodo Peace Accord in 2020 under the leadership of PM Modi. India's women's hockey team successfully defended their title at the Women's Asian Champions Trophy, defeating China 1-0 in the final on 21st November 2024. The victory marked India's third ACT title, showcasing their dominance in the tournament's history alongside South Korea. Deepika's stunning reverse hit goal in the 31st minute was the difference, securing India's back-to-back championship win. India's path to the final wasn't without challenges. Despite a lackluster semi-final performance, the team upped their game when it mattered most. In the final, both teams were closely matched with solid defensive performances. Deepika, the tournament's top scorer, played a pivotal role once again, scoring the decisive goal from a penalty corner in the 31st minute. Her skill and composure on the ball proved crucial in a high-pressure match. With this win, India continued their legacy as the most successful team in the Women's Asian Champions Trophy, having won titles in 2016, 2023 and 2024. PM Modi laid the foundation stone of AIIMS Darbhanga and inaugurated development projects worth 12,000 crore rupees in Bihar on 13 November 2024. AIIMS Darbhanga will include a super specialty hospital, Ayush block, medical and nursing colleges, residential facilities, and a night shelter, providing tertiary health care to the people of Bihar and surrounding regions. The Prime Minister also inaugurated multiple national highway projects worth 5,070 crore rupees. He launched the 4-lane Galgalia-Araria section of NH 327E, which will provide an alternate route from Araria to West Bengal via Galgalia. The PM laid the foundation for 8 more national highway projects, including a 2-lane road from Ramnagar to Rosera, Bihar West Bengal border to Manihari section of NH-131A and the Hajipur to Bachwara section. In the railway sector, PM Modi laid the foundation for projects worth over 1,740 crore rupees, including the Sonengar bypass railway line and the Jhanjharpur-Lokha Bazar rail section. The Indian Army contingent comprised of 25 personnel took part in the 9th edition of India-Indonesia Joint Special Forces Exercise Garud Shakti 24, conducted from November 1st to 12th, 2024. The Indian contingent was represented by troops from the Parachute Regiment, Special Forces, and Indonesian contingent comprising 40 personnel was represented by Indonesian Special Forces, Kopassus. The exercise involved planning and execution of special operations, orientation to advance special forces skills, sharing of information on weapon, equipment, innovations, tactics, techniques and procedures. Joint exercise Garud Shakti 24 also involved jointly practicing special forces operations in jungle terrain, strikes on terrorist camps and a validation exercise integrating basic and advanced special forces skills. Apart from gaining an insight into the lifestyle and culture of both countries to foster military cooperation, a high-level committee headed by Union Home Minister Amit Shah on 11th November 2024 approved 3 projects worth 725.62 crore rupees for the expansion and modernization of fire services in Chhattisgarh, Odisha and West Bengal. The committee has approved 376.76 crore rupees for West Bengal, rupees 201.10 crore for Odisha and 147.76 crore rupees for Chhattisgarh under the expansion and modernization of fire services in the states. The high-level committee comprised of Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Vice Chairman Niti Aayog Suman K. Berry as members. The central government has allocated a total of rupees 5,000 crore under the National Disaster Response Fund (NDRF) for expansion and modernization of fire services in the states. Proposals of 15 states with a total outlay of 2,542.12 crore rupees have already been approved. More than 21,026 crore rupees has already been released to the states during this year for various disaster-related aspects. The 25th meeting of SAT-RC25 South Asian Telecommunication Regulators Council was inaugurated by the Union Minister for Communications Jyotiraditya Scindia on 12 November 2024. The meeting is held annually to discuss and coordinate regulatory and other issues related to the telecommunication and information and communication technology (ICT) sectors common for the regulators of SAT-RC members. The meeting has been organized by the Asia Pacific Telecommunity. It is being hosted by the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India (TRAI) in New Delhi. The telecom sector regulators of 9 countries Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Iran, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka are attending the 25th meeting of the South Asian Telecommunication Regulators Council. The SAT-RC-25 provides a platform for telecommunications experts, service providers, industry representatives, and international delegates of the region to discuss issues related to telecommunication regulations and policy challenges. Renowned Australian director Philip Noyce was honored with the prestigious Satyajit Ray Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in Cinema at the gala closing ceremony of the 55th International Film Festival of India (IFFI) in Goa on 28 November 2024. In his acceptance speech, the legendary filmmaker offered a heartfelt tribute to the Indian audience, recalling his first experience of watching cinema in Mumbai in 1978. What an experience it was! It felt as though I was watching films for the very first time. The Indian audience is unlike any other, fully immersed in the emotion of the film, as though they were part of it. There is nothing like the Indian audience, said an elated Noyce. Noyce went on to acknowledge the immense influence of Indian cinema, noting that India is the world's largest producer of feature films each year. Remembering the legendary filmmaker Satyajit Ray, Noyce said, "Growing up in Australia, we were all inspired by the work of Satyajit Ray. The DRDO has successfully conducted the maiden flight test of the Long-Range Land Attack Cruise Missile (LACM) from the Integrated Test Range (ITR) in Chandipur off the coast of Odisha on 12 November 2024. The test was carried out using a mobile articulated launcher, and the missile performed as expected, meeting all primary mission objectives. During the flight, the missile's performance was carefully monitored through a range of sensors, including radar, optical tracking systems, and telemetry equipment deployed at various locations along the missile's flight path. Developed by DRDO's Aeronautical Development Establishment (ADE) in Bangalore, it also saw collaborations from other DRDO laboratories and Indian industries. Bharat Dynamics Limited (BDL) in Hyderabad and Bharat Electronics Limited (BEL) in Bangalore served as the development cum production Partners contributing to missile development and integration. Samantha Harvey won the prestigious Booker Prize for her novel Orbital on 12 November 2024. Harvey's book is a unique exploration of life aboard the International Space Station. It reflects on human connections and the beauty of Earth. The novel was inspired by the isolation experienced during the COVID-19 pandemic. Orbital is described as a space pastoral. It features 6 astronauts orbiting Earth. The narrative unfolds over 16 sunrises and sunsets. The confined setting amplifies the characters' interactions. Harvey's writing captures the fragile beauty of the planet. The book is concise, spanning only 136 pages. The Booker Prize carries a £50,000 award. It is open to English language novels published in the UK or Ireland. Previous winners include notable authors like Dan McKeevan and Margaret Atwood. This year's prize was important for various reasons. It marked the first Booker win for a British author since 2020. Harvey is the first female winner since 2019. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh formally launched the first indigenous antibiotic, Nafithromycin, for resistant infections on 20th November 2024. The antibiotic Nafithromycin, developed with the support of Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council (BIRAC), a unit of the Department of Biotechnology, and brought to market under the trade name Mignav by pharma company Woolcart. It is the country's first indigenously developed antibiotic aimed at tackling antimicrobial resistance (AMR). This innovation is designed to treat community-acquired bacterial pneumonia (CABP), a severe illness caused by drug-resistant bacteria, which disproportionately affects vulnerable populations, including children and the elderly as well as immune-compromised hosts like patients with diabetes, cancers, etc. The development of Nafithromycin represents 14 years of dedicated research and an investment of Rs. 500 crores with clinical trials spanning the US, Europe, and India. Justice Sanjeev Khanna took oath as the 51st Chief Justice of India in Rashtrapati Bhavan on 11th November 2024. He was following the retirement of his predecessor, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. Justice Khanna's name was recommended by Justice Chandrachud, who retired from the post on 10th November. At the age of 65, he will serve as the Chief Justice till 13th May next year. Born on 14th May 1960, Justice Sanjeev Khanna studied law at the Campus Law Center of Delhi University. He was a third-generation lawyer before being appointed as judge of the Delhi High Court. He also served as the executive chairman of the National Legal Service Authority, NLSA. Justice Khanna was appointed to the Supreme Court in January 2019. During his tenure as a top court judge, he headed the benches of several politically sensitive cases, including hearing the bail applications of Aam Aadmi Party (AAP) leader and former Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in the liquor policy case. The Indian Navy hosted the 4th Sea Vigil exercises on 20 and 21st November 2024. The Biennial Sea Vigil is a national-level coastal defense exercise that involved various other Stakeholders responsible for India's coastal and maritime security. The third edition of the Sea Vigil was held in November 2022 and conducted under the overall leadership of the Indian Navy. The Sea Vigil exercise led by the Indian Navy was started in 2018 and it is held every 2 years. The Sea Vigil exercise is a precursor to the Indian Navy's own theatre-level operation readiness exercise, PROPEX, conducted every 2 years. The Sea Vigil exercise was conceptualized in India after the Mumbai terror attack of 2008 when Pakistani terrorists used the sea routes to attack Mumbai. Regular exercises are conducted in the coastal states by the Indian Coast Guard under the code name Sagar Kavach to assist the coastal security in a particular coastal region of the country. Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports, Mansukh Mandavia, on 14th November 2024, launched a nationwide appeal to strengthen the fight against doping in sports, urging athletes, coaches, and the entire sporting community to embrace the National Anti-Doping Agency, NADA, India's Know Your Medicine, KYM, app. This innovative tool aims to empower athletes with critical information, helping them avoid inadvertent doping and maintain fair play. The KYM app is part of NADA India's broader mission to raise anti-doping awareness and education, equipping athletes with essential information to stay clean. The app allows users to easily verify whether a specific medicine or its ingredients contain any substances listed as prohibited by the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA. By offering this quick and seamless verification, the KYM app helps athletes to stay informed and uphold integrity of sport, fostering a culture of fair and ethical sportsmanship. President Draupadi Murmu appointed 1989 batch Indian Administrative Service (IAS) Officer K. Sanjay Murthy as the new Controller and Auditor General of India (CAG) on 21st November 2024. The appointment came 2 days ahead of the completion of the incumbent Girish Chandra Murmu's tenure. SMT Murmu was appointed CAG in August 2020. Murthy is currently posted as Secretary, the Department of Higher Education, and his tenure is to end on 31st December 2024 by virtue of the power vested in her by Clause 1 of Article 148 of the Constitution of India. The President has been pleased to appoint K. Sanjay Murthy to be the Controller and Auditor General of India with effect from the date he assumes charge of his office. Girish Chandra Murmu assumed office as the Controller and Auditor General of India on 8 August 2020. He completed his term on 20th November 2024. The Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, approved the continuation of its flagship initiative, the Atal Innovation Mission, AIM, under the aegis of NITI Aayog, with an enhanced scope of work and an allocated budget of 2,750 crore rupees for the period till 31st March 2028. AIM 2.0 is a step towards Viksit Bharat that aims to expand, strengthen, and deepen India's already vibrant innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem. The approval underscores the government's commitment to fostering a robust innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem in India. With India at rank 39 on the Global Innovation Index and home to the world's third largest Startup Ecosystem, the next phase of Atal Innovation Mission. AIM 2.0 is expected to further enhance India's global competitiveness. The continuation of AIM will directly contribute to creating better jobs, innovative products, and high-impact services across sectors. Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, conferred the highest national award, Dominica Award of Honor, on 20th November 2024 to PM Narendra Modi for his statesmanship, support to Dominica during the COVID-19 pandemic and his commitment to strengthening India and Dominica ties. Prime Minister of Dominica H.E. Mr. Roosevelt Skerrit also graced the occasion. President of Guyana H.E. Dr. Irfan Ali, Prime Minister of Barbados H.E. Mia Amor Motley, Prime Minister of Grenada H.E. Mr. Dikko Mitchell, Prime Minister of St. Lucia H.E. Philip J. PM and Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda H.E. Mr. Gaston Brown also witnessed the award ceremony. Prime Minister dedicated the honor to the people of India and to the deep-rooted historical and cultural ties between India and Dominica. He expressed confidence that the bilateral bond between the two nations will continue to grow and deepen in the years ahead. Victoria Claire Thielweg of Denmark crowned Miss Universe for 2024, marking her country's first win at the International Beauty Pageant on 18th November 2024. The 73rd edition of the pageant, which saw participation by more than 120 contestants, was held at the Mexico City Arena. Miss Nigeria Chidimma Adichina placed second, whereas Miss Mexico Maria Fernanda Belton came in third. Thielweg, an animal protection advocate who works in the diamond selling business, was crowned by Miss Universe 2023 Shanice Palacios from Nicaragua. Riya Singha, who represented India at the 73rd edition of the competition, was called into the list of top 30 contestants. Miss Universe 2024 was hosted by Mario Lopez. Miss Universe 2012 Olivia Culpo, presenter Judy Hall, and Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray. The gala, hosted for the third time in Mexico, also had first-time representatives in countries such as Belarus, Eritrea, Guinea, Macau, Maldives, Moldova, and Uzbekistan. And here are some quick reads of the month. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.